Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to my review of Higurashi Kageboushi, the console arc. Yes, the whole playthrough's on the channel if you're new here. I love the arc. I thought it was... I think this and the last arc, what is it, Somatsushi, was definitely the highlight of the console arc. So far, we still have like a couple books it could change, but a lot of what I said about Somatsushi can definitely just apply here, because it is almost, obviously, you know, it's a different fragment, but, like, same setting, just better. I mean, I don't know if this is better than Somatsushi. I would say on the despair and horror factor, Somatsushi probably outclassed this, but there are definitely some banger moments. Obviously, in this one, we focus more on the police side instead of the student side. So we got our good old friends Oishi and Akasaka in the midst, which is always nice to see. You know, I think Oishi's a top tier character, and Akasaka is pretty good for me. He's not Oishi level, but I still enjoy him as a character. But obviously, the highlight would have to be Tomoe from that side. She honestly popped off. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't love her in Somatsushi. She kind of just like fucked shit up, honestly. But in this arc, with the bat story, with the Madoka bat story, making her like a real character, she felt like a very fun character, and her death was extremely tragic. Honestly, like top 10 saddest Higurashi moments is can put Tomoe's death somewhere in there. I'd also say Madoka's a pretty good character too. She was kind of just like not a character at all last time, but she was fun. Also Tomoe's, you know, talk with Natsumi was also a standout scene. And of course, we still went to the student side, but we actually got the Chisato POV, which was interesting. Because obviously they have to just keep the same frame as Somatsushi, like the same general story, and I think it's generally a bit harder than it would have been in the main timeline, because, you know, let's take Watanabe Mayakashi for example. There's like a couple arcs like apart, but if you're doing like back to back, and then I'm just obviously technically it was released like a couple arcs apart because it's console arts, but I'm just saying the majority of the people reading the console arts just read it back to back. So maybe this is a no point, but it's generally a little harder than like Watanabe and Mayakashi, because if you're reading it back to back. But you know, they did it well with the police side and changing up the POV, getting like watching Natsumi like go crazy instead of from the outside rather than the inside was pretty fun. And I guess, I mean, the students were already pretty developed, I would say, from Somatsushi. It does help a bit. Like, okay, I said Tomoe's death was sad. I would actually say the Chisato bat story, like at the final chapter with her dead sister, was probably the hardest hitting thing in the arc and in the concert so far. I think from Yomitsushi, is that what it's called? The one with adult Mion? I thought the one guy's bat story with the loan, the dead guy's bat story is probably like the second saddest thing, but this was just, I don't know, it just hit different. Just to, it was a complicated story, and I kind of loved it. And they like hit you with that amazing bat story, and I always say this, I've said this since the main arcs. For Higurashi, always consistent on the bat story flashbacks. Like literally, they're always good. They have not failed. But, and of course you gotta mention the big fight scene. And I compared a lot to Sumi Horiboshi's rooftop fight scene, which, if you watch my playthrough, you know I actually wasn't a big fan of that. I feel like the Chisato vs Natsumi fight scene's actually like, it has like the same vibe, but I thought it was a general improvement with some better pacing. I just thought it was better. There's just so much to love about this arc, and it's hard, right? It's hard. I didn't think I would enjoy this as much, um, because they practically have a new cast, and then you have Oishi, you have Akasaka, but that's it. But they killed it with the characters. You know, he definitely sprinkled a little bit of the main cast into all of them for some familiarity, but they killed it, and they gave us the happy ending. Dude, I did not expect the happy ending, honestly. I thought it would have been happier than Somitsushi, but I did not expect, like, I mean, I guess you can't say scot-free. Everyone got away scot-free because I guess Natsumi's reputation is fucked, but I was hyped out of my mind when they're like, oh yeah, in the trial, Natsumi got away, um, because through like the mental, she was not mentally stable during the murders. Then I was like, yo, hype. Because I thought even in the best case scenario, she's probably gonna go to jail for like a long ass time. But no, they're like, yo, she's sick, literally. So I was happy about that, and the wedding was just the cherry on the cake, man. This art's good. I think I would actually put this above Somatsushi. And then Somatsushi, the climax of that story was insane. It was definitely the spookiest, like, Higurashi I've seen in a while. I absolutely loved it. But I think in general, I probably enjoyed this a bit more. Um, yeah, I think so. There's some flaws. What are some flaws? Some of the detective stuff was kind of snoozy. No curtain call. Come on, where's you gave it last time and you're just trying to cock block us when we could have got a celebratory curtain call. Um, but no, I think this was pretty great. Um, yeah, man, consorts hits hard, man. You know, I was a little hesitant, but they're killing it. They're killing it so far. So then you can watch the full playthrough of like literally everything on the channel. Just type words. I don't know what's up next. I haven't looked it up right away, but I think it features these characters again, which I don't really know how it works since it feels like pretty run new. So maybe they don't. Um, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I wonder if the concert has something that can top this, because this has been really good. For completely new characters, and I guess maybe you can say that maybe it is like I love the main cast, but maybe it is like just the little bit of freshness we need after going through literal hundreds, and I'm saying hundreds as I finished the full visual novel and all the anime stuff, hours of the main cast. Just having this solid, enjoyable new cast it's a breath of fresh air. I don't know. I would say Kageboushi, probably my favorite concert so far. Then I would give it to Sumitsushi. The second one, where everything's just fucked up. Then the one with Adomian. Then the very first one out of the 5. So yeah, I'm enjoying the concert journey. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll tune in for the next concert. I think that's just with a Y, but I don't know. Yep, but just a short review. And then you can also refer to the Sumitsushi review, because I feel like a lot of stuff from that probably applies to this, especially like story stuff, since it's the different fragment, but basically same body. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sorry, I'm cringe.